And we're going down now and... Oh, poop nuggets. Stuck. Okay, didn't anticipate that. Hey there guys, Spexxy here, welcome back to the channel. Today I am back in Trailmakers to give you some more crazy creations. Now this episode is in direct response to Scrapman's challenge, in which he said, can anybody make a train that can fly, when he tried to make one of his own. Now he made a train with the carriage hinges or trailer hinges and then tried to get it to fly. He wasn't able to do so, and I'm going to give it a go today to see if I can get a train to do something crazy. I want to get a train to fly if I can, so let's get this thing going. We need to first get into build and build ourselves a carriage. Carriage number 1 complete. Pretty basic looking, but it'll do. Now I need several carriages and a steam train that's going to pull these. So that's the next thing to build. So once I've got that, I'm going to come back and show you what I've got once it's done. Okay then, so here it is. This is my engine. Pretty slick. Actually works pretty fast. Doing crazy little donuts here in the sand. So yeah, actually pretty powerful by the look of it. Now I need to try this with the carriages, of course. So let's go and get those. Now I've actually combined those and actually made a train of them, if you like. So they're over here. I've got 4 in a row. If I see if I can just back up to these, if I don't lose control and crash this thing, let's just get over there. Let's back this up. And then let's get this thing attached to the carriages and see how well it performs then. Okay, so there we are. So if I jump out now and then just jump into build mode, I should be able to connect these together. Now I do already have a train saved, so if I bring this trailers up into build mode, I should then be able to connect the other train to it. So there's the train. Let's just connect this to it with one of those hinges. Where is it? Trailer hinge? There it is. Let's put that on. So just need to turn that around. There we go. And slam it on just there. And then I should be able to just attach this to it. If I just drag it over there, and is that it? No, that's not attached at all. Okay, let's try again. Okay, let's just grab it over here then, and then pull it across. And yeah, we're still nowhere near there. We're attached, but we're not attached level. Okay, let's get this right. Now we must be able to get this. Okay, can we lower it down there? This is a lot trickier actually than I thought it would be. Okay, can I get it from underneath? Maybe let's try it from this angle. And that's not much better. That's still attached, but yeah, close but no cigar, Spexxy. Okay, can we do this? Let's try one more time. Can we grab that over there? Is that it? Oh, we had it then. We had it. Oh my God. Okay, this is frustrating. Okay, we're gonna do it. That's not it. Okay, let's get it from underneath. We've got to be able to do it. This is it. This is it. From down here. There we go. There, that's it. Okay. Whew, that's crazy. Why did it take me so long? But we're done. And we're going to drop this down just a moment. And oh my God. Oh no, it's going to land on the other train. Let's jump in there quickly and move that out of the way before it gets splattered. Just in time, it seems. Okay, let's get rid of that one. There you go. Let's delete that. And then let's go back to the other one and see how this thing handles. Oh, okay. So it looks pretty good. Does it handle pretty good? This is the first time I've tried it, so I really don't know. Okay, so here we go. Oh, it's making me go a little bit crazy, and it's kind of going. Oh, it's gone over. Yeah, a little bit probably too powerful. Something's wrong here. Let me just check this out. Okay, let me just pull the engine up real quick. There we go. Ah, there we go. All the wheels are attached to the engine. That's probably what the problem is. We don't want to power all of the trailers. We want to actually pull them. That's the idea. So we actually just want the front. Let's take them away as well. There you go. Just 4 wheels at the front should do it. Hopefully that will actually slow it down a little bit and make it more controllable, more stable. So let's give it a go. Okay. Oh, that's much better. Yeah, that is working much better. It's definitely still fast, and we can still whip it round. Oh, and it's over. And can we save it? Yep. Kind of. Nearly. Yep, we kind of got it. Okay, still pushing me a little bit. It's not as stable as I'd like it. Oh my God. We're going into the water. Oh no. No, and we're out of the seats. That was not expected. Okay, let's see if we can bring that back. No, it seems to have vanished. Forever lost to Davy Jones's locker, it would seem. Okay then, here I am, back in my engine, chugging along, and I can't exactly see anything I'm doing because I'm in the wrong camera angle. There we go, that's better. Now, you may notice there are a few changes to this thing, mainly the fact that I'm using a diving bell instead of a driving seat. Now, why would I do that, you may ask? I'll tell you why. I set out to make a flying train. But you know what? Screw that! We're making a sinking train. This train is going to be on a Jules Verne style underwater steam adventure. We are going down to the depths right now. And here we go. Now with the diving bell, of course, I won't get thrown out of the seat, so this is going to work just fine and dandy, swimmingly, let's say. And we're going down now and... oh, poop nuggets. Stuck. Okay, didn't anticipate that. Probably because I haven't got any underwater engines or rotors, so nothing to push me forward. And the angle of the cliff face there kind of makes it impossible for me to get off here. And instead I kind of seem to be doing a scorpion impression.
Get over here!
Okay, maybe I need to try a more shallow approach to the sea. Yeah, I think we got this. Let's try one more time. Okay, so with some rotors on for underwater now at the front to push me forward, I think we can do this. If I take this down into a shallow entrance to the sea, which I've got just in front of me here, we should be able to take this down and under, no problem, now that we actually have something pushing us forward, as you can see through the water. It's working fine now, so I have no reason why it shouldn't work fine a little bit further on when it gets a little bit deeper. Now I think just over this ridge it will get deeper, so how far have we got to go? It can't be that much further. I think it's just over there. Actually, it's a bit further than I thought. Quick, steer it, get away from that rock face. Okay. And there you go, it's working. It's kind of like watching a caterpillar go down a tree. Yeah, it's working quite well, actually. That's working much better than I thought. We're sticking to the bottom, nothing's floating, and of course we're down here in the driver's seat, in the diving bell, actually driving this thing around on the bottom of the ocean floor. Who would have thought it? You would see a train on the ocean floor, but here it is. Oh, there's a tunnel. There, where there's a train and there's a tunnel, you know the train has to go. So yeah, I'm going round. Sorry, I nearly hit that fish there. Sorry, Mr. Fish, but we're going through this tunnel. Okay, here it is. There's a tunnel and we're going to go for it. Now, like I said, a train underwater may seem a silly concept, but you know what? Mr. Elon Musk, if you're watching this video, forget about space, forget about the moon, forget about Mars. We haven't explored most of our own planet. Get the trains underwater. That's what we want. Train trips underwater, scuba gear on. I'm up for it. Let's go. Okay, so we're going through the tunnel now. And yeah, it's going quite well. A train through a tunnel, nothing unusual about that. A train through a tunnel underwater, there's plenty unusual about that. Okay, but it's working. Now, I actually got an idea to make this thing work even better though. Yeah, one more trick up my sleeves. Definitely going to do it. Okay, I've got one more thing to do, and I'll see you when it's finished. Okay guys, so here it is, the completed creation, looking pretty snazzy in all its multicolours now. This is the one that will be going on the workshop. This is it is finished. He's cute little fella with a moustache and bow tie, his eyes go up and down on stalk pistons here as well. And yeah, he works pretty well, and I didn't want his eyes to start off really low, so I wanted to be able to put them kind of like that. Now he's no Thomas the Tank Engine, but he's still pretty cool, and Thomas can't do what this can do. Now you'll also notice that there are a few more underwater rotors on the front there and at the sides, and a few bits at the back as well. So yeah, this thing is pretty snazzy and also works pretty amazingly. Now in the back you will see some ballast blocks. When I press Q, we will empty those out so they can fill with water. When I press Z, they will fill up with air. So that means that when I go in the water, they should be able to actually float a little bit more. So let's see if this works. Okay, so here we are heading straight towards the shallow end of the ocean. That's for the novice swimmers. Okay, so straight in, we are in, and the rotors are pushing us forward. Our trailers are kind of floating a little bit behind us, and if I push the down arrow, I float as well, and that kind of then trails them behind me. Now you can't see that very well because I'm not ambidextrous, and I can't actually touch the mouse button at the same time, so let's get a better camera angle. Let's go for orbit if I can. There it is. Now let's try again. So down arrow, and W for going forward, and that will push us forward, and the trailers will trail behind, as you'd expect. Now, unfortunately, they're on their side, so if anyone suffers from seasickness, I can only apologise, but hey, you can't have everything. It's a bloody train that goes to sea, for God's sake. What more do you want? Okay. So, underwater then, if I try to take this down, I will need to fill those trailers with water. So, pressing the Q button will fill the ballasts with water, and it should, there we go, take them down to the floor, and this thing will drive along as a normal train. So, let me just get underwater and have a look at that. This thing is actually driving along the seabed as it did before. All pretty cool. And then if I was to take that away again with the Z key, we can go back to the surface, and there you go. Now, the one more thing that this does that the other one didn't do is if I go out a little bit further and a little bit deeper, and I can show you that going under, I can now press the down arrow to bring me up and release to go back down again. I didn't need an up arrow to do that. It automatically goes down. So pressing the left and right arrows kind of gives me a little bit of a roll, and that is done with the helicopter rotors. They are just behind the front of the train. They're in the back of the steam engine cab, as you see there, the red disc. Now that gives me a roll, and I can kind of let's have a little bit of roll either way. I can see if I can get this thing to completely roll. I don't think so. I nearly did a corkscrew though, and straight into the rock. Okay, don't think we can save that. Probably want to repair. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so here we are, safe and sound, just as simple as pressing R. So all we want to do then is float this thing up, and this is a prime opportunity to test out how we get out of the water and back onto dry land. So let's just drive towards this island here, and as soon as we get to it, the wheel should hit the floor and start to work because the engine is above the water. There we go, and we will just drive on dry land, as simple as that. Now let's head straight over this island and down the other side, and as soon as we hit the water, the engine will go under, that will stop, the rotors will start, and we'll have the underwater control back again. Now you'll see on the front of the engine itself, we have two rotors, one for left and right. Now that will help with the steering on the bottom of the ocean, and also help with steering it underwater as you float or swim around. Now this thing works great on land, it's fully controllable on the seabed, but it's a little bit more of a wiggle monster, if I'm honest, when you're trying to drive it around or swim it around underwater like a submarine. Now it does work, but it takes some getting used to, and yeah, but it kind of works a lot better than I thought. This wasn't what I even set out to do, so I'm actually pretty impressed with how it came out. Well, there you go guys, that's it, that's my train that drives underwater. Now I may not have got what I set out for. I was going for the elusive flying train that Scrapman was trying for as well. We didn't even get there, we didn't even try in the end, because as a byproduct of that, we came up with a new and maybe even better idea, the underwater submarine train, which can also float and it can also drive on land. So pretty cool, this does three things. The only thing it doesn't do, in fact, is the thing we set out to do, and that's the flying. So maybe that's something for a future video. But in any case, this came out much better than I thought it would. And yeah, I love this thing. Well, this will be available on the workshop for anyone who wants to try it out. I'll also include a copy of the normal train, so that just drives on the land, so you can try both of those things out. In the meantime, we're going to get this back up to the surface and back onto dry land and see this thing in the clear light of day one last time in all its full glory and full colour. So let me get this back up there, just turn it around, up to the surface here. We should be able to do this, no problem. Bit of an angle, but we've got it, I think. Okay, let's get on there. Whoa, what's that? Are my wheels on fire? Wow, that looks like they're sparking. What's going on? Whoa, it's even worse from up there. That looks pretty cool, but what is it? What's going on? Okay, that's freaking me out a little bit. Well, they're not sparking, but they look like it from up there. It must just be the red lights on the top actually lighting the bubbles, but it looks pretty awesome nonetheless. Okay, so there we are, out onto dry land one last time. There's my train, submarine, boat, thingamajiggy, whatever it is. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, as always, why not spank the hell out of that thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe for more great content. And until the next time, see you soon, and bye for now. Whoa.